Good morning and welcome to another video by the Songbird Stamper. It's lovely to have you join us this morning, and I'm going to show you how to do the paper folding in order to make this beautiful flower. Now this one isn't quite finished yet, but I've been using up my paper stash and I thought I'd show you what I've been up to. So each flower is made of individual pieces of paper, and for this outer ring here we need pieces of paper that are 15 centimetres by 15 centimetres, and we need 12 of those. Because I've used the Stampin' Up! DSP, I've gone for two different types so that I can only use one pack of paper if you like. So I've got 6 of these pink ones and 6 of these patterned ones. So I'm just going to show you how to do the paper folding first, and then I'll show you how to pop it all together later. So this is my piece of paper, 15 centimetres by 15 centimetres, and I want this pink side showing. So I'm going to flip it over and then fold corner to corner. This is essentially origami, but the papers that I'm going to be using are quite thick. So you need to make sure you give them a good old crease. I've got my bone folder here. And then once that's done, take this end corner and pop this up to here. I'm going to show you how to do this a couple of times, but if you're on videos you can just stop and pause, which is the joy of them. And then on this side, bring that up to the top as well. Now this is the tricky bit, because this gets a bit thick down the end here. It doesn't really matter what it looks like down here. It's not too much of a problem because it's going to be hidden. But you need to bring that across there. And the same on this side. Okay, so I always seem to turn it round quite a lot when I'm paper folding, but that's the way up it should be going. So we folded this end up to the top, and then we've brought it back down on itself on either side. Now we're just going to open it up so it looks like a kite, and then fold that flap down to straighten the edge off, and again do that on either side. When you're doing one, you think, oh my goodness, I've got so many of these to do. But actually, once you get the hang of it, it goes fairly quickly and it's just nice and therapeutic. Then we fold that up so we hide that middle bit. And that's all the folding that we need to do. So we're going to take this and just smooth this out. And both these sides are going to come around. And we're going to glue them down here. So again, I'm using some strong multi-purpose liquid glue. But whatever you've got you prefer, you could put a line of red tape on. That would hold it quite well. We just need to put some glue down the end there. And then hold that in place until that's dry. And there it is, one of our petals with the 3 sections in the middle, and because it's a contrasting colour in the middle it looks quite nice, gives it some definition. So I'm just going to show you how to do that again. So I've got my piece, this is the side up that I want, so I'm going to flip it over, come corner to corner. Now that's probably the most important fold, the first one. If you can make sure all of your corners are lined up exactly, everything else should fall into place. But if you do get the first fold out slightly, then everything else will be out as well. Fold one corner up to the middle. I'll try and keep this one the right way round for you. And fold this one up to the middle as well. Then bring that back down on itself. And bring that back down on itself as well. So sometimes you just have to give it a gentle helping hand with your fingers there. Okay, then open this out so it looks like a kite. Bring that down. Fold that in. Open this one out. Fold that down and bring that in. I hope you could see that. And then bring those ends together and use some liquid glue in the middle there. Okay, for the smaller pieces it's the same process, just with a smaller piece of paper. So for this one we need 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres. We need 9 of these, so perfect, you can get one out of a sheet of 12 by 12. So I've picked this purple just to make sure I've got some contrast with my outer sections. So I'm going to flip it over, and the folding is exactly the same, it's just on a smaller piece of paper. So make sure we get that first fold lined up nicely. Up to the corner. So when things are a bit smaller it does get a little bit more fiddly, but it's the same procedure. So once you've done all of your outer ones, and then you can practice doing all of your inner ones. Okay, and then fold that down. You can see these are quite quick to make, to be honest. It feels like it's a bit of a daunting task. And once we've done this one I'll show you how to pop it all together. So exactly the same as before, just open this one out. Fold this one down. This video here is to accompany a blog post which I've just published. So if you're seeing this just on my YouTube, head on over to this website here, www.thesongbirdStamper.co.uk, where you'll find more information, more pictures and more details. I'm trying to keep this video just a little bit short, but sometimes it's much easier to see how things are done rather than just try and read about them. So again, just bring that together. A little bit of Tombow liquid glue, but you could use red tape, as I say, if you wanted a firm finish. That's a good strong glue as well. I've put a little bit more glue on there, so we're just going to have to wait a second while that one dries. Okay, while that one dries I'm going to try and multitask here. I'm going to bring in my wreath, which I haven't finished assembling yet. So I'm going to take all these little pieces away and I'm going to show you how to put it all together. So once you've got all 12 of your petals, 6 of each colour, we're going to need to pop them all together. So I'm hoping this is dry enough for me to let go of it now, this one. And all we're going to do for that is try and find out where the widest part here is. So I'm just squashing that slightly to find that that's my widest part, and I'm going to put some glue down here and then lining this up so my front crease is in the middle and my end and end are touching here where my finger is. Yep, so the two ends are touching there, and you can see the glue is forming a bond down the side there. And